folks, this is what it looks like at night. The sea. As it rushes past the ship, the wake. Good morning everybody. Here I am in the Meridian restaurant and it is the 22nd of March. Obviously I didn't film me getting up and doing my ablutions and everything. I'm sure you didn't want to be bored with that. So I've ordered my breakfast. I start with usual porridge, yeah, and what was it? Yeah, sausage, scrambled eggs, fried bread, tomatoes, beans, and yeah, and a hash brown. Yeah. So they've all got to come yet. So I'll probably speak to you again when I'm up in the crow's nest, where we can have a bit more of a chat. So bye for now. Right, folks. View from the very back of the ship, the stern, and you can just make out that white vapor trail, not vapor trail, the white trail coming out from the back of the ship. It's coming out from the screws or propellers, pushing us forward, and that is where we have come from. As you can see, nothing but ocean for the past 3 days, although I saw a ship yesterday, although the captain said that was the 7th ship we'd passed. But there you go. Right, folks, here we are up in the crow's nest. As you can see, no but sea, nothing but sea, or ocean I should say, nothing but ocean. It's pleasant enough, as you can. It looks quite calm. It don't look quite as calm from my cabin down on deck 4. And I should say the crow's nest is on deck 17. Yes, it's pleasant enough. Breakfast was okay, apart from the scrambled eggs, just tasteless. They were tasteless with them scrambled eggs. Don't know, just the way they cook them, I suppose. But I won't get the scrambled eggs again. I'll get omelettes. Omelettes are nice. I might try poached eggs tomorrow, and what have you. Yes, so sausage was nice. Porridge is cold. It won't cold, lukewarm. And the only thing I can think of is it comes from, maybe it comes from buffet kitchens and they bring it down because they don't serve it in the what they call it, in the Quays. So maybe that's where it comes from, because you get it in the buffet and it's fairly hot. Anyway, and every time I've had it in the restaurant, it's been lukewarm. But it is what it is, as I say. So I'm just going to chill here for a while and give me cabin steward a chance to change, not change, to tidy up my cabin and take away the pots from the room service from last night. And so as I say, I'm just going to chill for a bit and then I'll get back to you. Bye for now. Hi folks, here we are, middle level of the Atrium. As you can see, there's what they call a steps class going on. This is sort of a fitness type thing, but it's no dance. Yeah.
glass house over here. Yeah, this is the glass house. Yeah, this is the glass house, folks. This is the other side. So all this area is the glass house. See, that's the floor 6, deck 6, which is the lower level. Is deck 8, which is the top level. So yeah, there you go. The shop's down that way. We got Brody's down there. And that's it. Yeah. Just a little bit. And again, so there's a bar here where me, Adele and Phil were sat on the Iona. Yeah. Because the layout for it is the same. Anyway, that's for now. Right folks, here I am in the Quays. He said to come here for my lunch. As you can see, I've got a deep fill Yorkshire pudding with carrots, cabbage, roast beef gravy, with some potatoes, cauliflower cheese. I've got 2 puddings, cherry cheesecake and rhubarb, something or other, compote, and a cup of coffee. Okay, so I'm going to tuck into this lot and I'll get back to you and let you know what it was like. Right folks, we're here at the back of the ship, and you see the wake coming off the back of the ship from the propellers. There's this shot we got in the restaurant earlier this morning when we went for breakfast. But now we're out on deck. This is the sunset bar, as you can see. And up there's cabins at the rear of the ship. You can see the hot tubs. This is deck 8. Right folks, with regards to that meal, first of all, the roast potatoes surprised me. Normally they're either cold or they don't taste great, but they were both warm and tasted really nice. So yes, I enjoyed them for a change. The cauliflower cheese, oh, that were lovely. That were really, really nice. As the Yorkshire pudding, that were tasty as well, that were nice. With cabbage, they were really nice. Beef were lovely, well cooked right. The carrots, most of them were really nice, you know, nice and soft. But one of them were like a bully, rock hard anyway, so just put that to one side. Must have been one that sort of got put into pot late. But overall, it really nice dinner with that. I enjoyed that. And then I would give that about maybe even a 9 out of 10, because it really, really tasty with that, really nice. The puddings were nice as well, the cherry cake, and the other one was a compote, lemon and rhubarb compote. And if you like tangy stuff, you know, like lemon and what have you. So you'd enjoy that, yes. I think you'd definitely enjoy that compact one. Yeah, anyway, we're nice. So I'm just going to chill here for a little while. I might go back to the cabin a bit later and finish watching that film I started to watch. Well, I started to watch it last night, and then I watched a bit more of it today. It's The Longest Day, so it's a fairly long film. So, as I say, I watched a bit of it last night, a bit today, and then. So yeah, so I will speak to you all later. Bye for now. Right folks, as you can see I did get a beer. I got a glass of Heineken. And yeah, this is right at the back of the ship. It's called the Sunset Bar. And for a while there I thought there were no waiters serving. But anyway, one turned up and I got served. Yeah. Well, I did find out that they do sell Peroni beer, but you can in the bottles, but you can only get it in the restaurants on this ship. Anyway, I'll relax a bit with my beer now. Right, folks, here we are. A few hours later, we come up to the buffet to have our evening meal here. So hopefully we're able to watch the Wales game later. So we've got this is southern fried chicken, supposedly, some cabbage, some fries, roast pork, leg of, and baked potato, I think. Anyway, I'm going to tuck into this. I've got some coffee. I will be going back for a pudding later. But I checked out the soup and I thought it's tomato soup. I just didn't fancy that tonight. So anyway, I'm going to tuck into this and let you know what it's like. Right, folks. What happened after the meal? I came back to the cabin and watched the Wales versus Afghanistan game. And Wales won 3-1, which is a good result. And even better was that Dan James scored of Leeds United, so yeah, so that's great stuff. As for the meal, yeah, it was quite good, especially being a buffet meal. You know, the fries were nice, the pork was okay, potato was nice, the cabbage was okay, the chicken, what they call it, southern fried chicken was really tasty. I did go up to have a look at puddings, but I didn't fancy them. They're really sort of sweet, look really sweet puddings, you know, very sugary puddings, a bit look of them. And the hot pudding, it was with vanilla sauce. I didn't fancy that. If it had been custard, I might have got it. It was a hot frangipan tart or something, forget now. So if it had been custard, I'd probably got it, but no, I didn't fancy it with vanilla sauce, so I'll give it a miss. And it's now, what, it's going on for 9:30 now, after all that. So there were a few things out there, as I said, I didn't fancy, so... the thing that was on tonight was that juggling thing again, and obviously I didn't go the other night, so I just didn't fancy going again. You know, going to it the second time round. So yes, and then there were what they call it, something up in the Sky Dome, X. Oh, that's it, X. It's just called X. And it's if you want to know what it is about, if you go to my channel and look up my transatlantic cruise and look for it in there, you'll see it. I can't remember which night we're on now, but yeah, I filmed bits of it on there, so you can have a look and see what it was like. But I'd already seen it, and I wasn't particularly impressed with it. A bit too zany for me, I like him, so I didn't bother going. I was going to go, but then I changed my mind, cancelled it. Didn't go in the end. There's music in the clubhouse, but it's already started as the show, and as I've said before, I don't like going to a show that's already started. Apart from anything, people just stare at you, you're wondering. So nah, give that a miss. So yeah, so I'm going to call it a night in the sense that I'm going to stop in cabin for rest at night now, and I might watch a film, or I might just get my Sudoku book out and do a bit of Sudoku. So I'll see you all tomorrow. So that's because that's the end of day 4 of the transatlantic part of the cruise. We've got 2 more sea days. I suppose technically you could say 2 more ocean days before we reach Tenerife. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Right folks, I'm up here in the crow's nest, and as you can see it is not a pleasant morning out there. It's thick cloud, grey sea. There's sun out there, but it's covered in cloud, so yeah, so it's not very nice out there today. I checked out the what's the word? The walkway outside on deck 8, the promenade deck, that's it. And it was a bit windy, so I should imagine they might start closing parts of it down again. Anyway, right folks, this is an example of how things can change at sea so easy. Over there you've got quite a drizzle and pretty miserable, and then you come to this side and it's clear as a bell. So you can see there's a bit of a storm brewing over that way, and the captain has obviously moved us slightly south to avoid it. There you go. As you see, things can change that quickly on the ocean. That's the state of the sea this morning, or I should say of the ocean. And I don't think I mentioned it, but yeah, we're about a day and a half out of Tenerife, so 48 hours from now we'll be berthed in Tenerife and probably off the ship and having a wander. So yeah, but as you can see, it looks a lot faster. It looks as if we're moving a lot faster than it does when you're looking at it from the crow's nest, which I've no doubt I've said before, but there you go. But the sea's not too bad actually. The waves are not that high. But there you go. You never know. As I've said before, conditions out in the ocean can change in an instant. Hopefully it'll stay this, these conditions at worst. And hopefully they'll get even a bit more sunshine coming out. Anyway, speak to you later. Bye for now. Right folks, I've decided to come to the restaurant for my lunch, as the 6th Street diner were quite crowded. Right folks, this is baked cod latte pudding. It's supposed to be an English favourite, but a great British pudding, but
At least with vegan stuff, you're largely
to be honest, I've never heard of it, but there you go.
and you know you're going to be okay.
Right guys, I've come to the Atrium. Had to think for a minute. I've come to the Atrium, have a little bit of a sit down. I'll just show you. That's the view, which is on the ground floor of the Atrium. And there's the Costa coffee bar called Peter. You can see that's how big it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna relax here for a little bit. Let me just talk about our meal. Yeah, the soup was amazing, really lovely. But as I said before, they do really great soups on P&O. The gammon, that was really nice tasty gammon, and it wasn't too thick, so easy to cut up and eat. Mashed potatoes were okay, peas were fine, parsley sauce were lovely. And the pudding, I'm not too sure about that pudding, to be honest. It's quite dry, and I would definitely not class it as a Great British pudding. It was okay with the cream and everything. It was fine, but I won't get it again. Nah. Anyway, that's it for now. Right, folks, it's a few hours later, and come up to the buffet and got myself a couple of hot dogs with honey and some fries, and a Coke. And I might call this my dinner rather than go to the buffet tonight. I'll see how it goes. Anyway, tried, as you can see, I've tried the hot dog. It's lovely. Chips are nice and hot, fries are nice and hot. So yeah, so I'll finish this off and speak to you later. Yeah, that were quite nice. Hot dog's not too bad. Trouble with the fries is they go cold so quickly. But we still managed to eat most of them. We had the hot dogs, and as I say, I've just got my Coke left. Yeah, I might call that my tea, to be honest. But we'll see. But I probably will, because depends if Scotland game's on telly, then I'll probably spend my time watching Scotland game, because I've got nothing booked for tonight. We're just wandering around anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do this evening. But yeah, so there you go. There was a show on. It's about Take That. Grace Days it's called. It's been moved to later on in the week. I don't know why. He probably did say, but I didn't catch the very beginning of the message. So it's been moved to a different day in the week. Yes, so I don't know what I'm going to do now. Just chill here for a little bit. And I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. I forgot to mention we're in the Sky Dome. As you see, it's over 2 levels. Weather out there is not too clever. Although we've got some sun in here from the coming in from the starboard side. So there you go. Right, folks, it's a few hours later, and as you probably all suspected, I decided to get something. I've got some mushroom soup, and over here, interesting, I've got some bit of cabbage, a few sprouts, some fries, and a bratwurst sausage. Let's see if it is proper German sausage. We'll see, and gravy. So I'll tuck into this lot and we'll get back to you. Right, folks, I'm here down in the Headliners Theatre for a show called Digital. I suppose we're going to see this later on week, but they've swapped it round. I thought I'd got nothing on tonight until I noticed. I heard announcement early on this afternoon. As for that meal, wasn't very nice, I'm afraid to say this time. The sausage was supposed to be a bratwurst, never in a month of Sundays. Didn't taste right at all for it being a German sausage, no. Sprouts were like bullets, were hard. Cabbage were okay, and fries were okay, but they were cold. Gravy, just gravy's gravy. Soup, however, that was lovely. They do a lovely soup. We'll give Ben all that. I don't know who their soup chef is, but he must flip from ship to ship, because every ship I've been on, the soups have been beautiful. So if you like soup, you'll be okay with that, but the rest of it was terrible. And then I spotted, just as they were coming out, they had some baguettes with prawn, and the sauce, the thingy sauce in them. So I tried one of them. Prawns are lovely as usual. Well, I said as usual, but they were nice anyway, put it that way. Baguette were a bit soft, not soggy, it was soft. I prefer a baguette that's crunchy, but yeah, so anyway, whether I'll be able to film any of this show or not, I don't know. But if I can, I will do. I'll probably be able to get right at the end, whenever it comes on and takes the bow and everything, but whether I can get anything in between. Okay, so I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. This is a picture of this stage. You see, it's actually it's called digital, so it's obviously something to do with computing. So so there you go. That's what it's like. And I've got to keep talking, otherwise we can get copyrighted. But there you go. Well, there you go. What can I say? I personally want that in hammered with it. It got better. It started off pretty poor, and it was confusing as hell at the start. But it got better. Music got better and what have you. You might like, if you come on the cruise and you go to see that show, you may enjoy it. Some people did. I heard them commenting. I heard them saying, they thought it was great. I have seen it before, but it's that long a time since I last saw it that I'd forgotten what it was like. And me personally, it weren't my thing. I just couldn't get into it at all. I couldn't follow half of it. At the beginning, it was difficult to follow what they were talking about. There's a lot of history in that. They were talking about the history of computing and of emails and the like. And if you're not interested in computing at all, if it sort of turns you on, you won't like that show. I can tell you that now. if you're one of these people, somebody starts to talk to you about computing and your eyes glaze over and you think, I'm not interested, and I know one or two people who are like that, who are not interested. So you won't enjoy that. If you have an interest in computing, then you better follow it easy, a lot better, and you'll understand it better. Some songs were okay, and some songs they must have been written especially for that, because they weren't great. By that I don't mean that they were poorly sung. They were great singers, they're really good voices on everything, and they put their heart into it and they did the best. But I didn't like the songs, some of them. But some others were great songs. Some other great songs. So as I said, if you've never seen it before, then there's a good chance that you'll enjoy it. But if you've seen it before, I won't advise you to go back a second time. Anyway, that's it for now. It's knocking on, and clocks go forward again tonight, so lose another hour's sleep. But this is the last one until we get in closer to England, when we get into the natural clocks going forward 1 hour, which is it's the last Sunday in the month. The clocks go for the last Sunday in March. Clocks go forward an hour. And that's after tonight. That's the only one that's left. Okay, folks. Well, that's it for now. Unless I come back to you with an update, I'll see you all in the morning when we are on the last sea day crossing the Atlantic. We've got tomorrow at sea, and then the next day we're in Tenerife. So I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Late start today, 8:20, and the place is still empty because clocks went forward again last night, and I think it's killing people. It's constantly pushing clocks forward, but it's the last one. We're now on Greenwich Mean Time. So I expected to be a lot of people in here, but obviously, as I just said. So I've come down to Quays. Well, I said I've come up to Quays, because remember I'm on deck 4 and Quays on deck 8. So I've come up to Quays this morning, and I've gone with my usual, as I say, some sausages, hash brown, tomatoes, and a piece of bread, fried bread underneath, and a cheese and tomato omelette. So. And there we are, as you see, that's the view I've got. It's a grey morning, and it's not too warm neither. Right, folks, here I am in the crow's nest. Breakfast wasn't bad. Omelets, okay. The rest of it were all okay. I won't go through it all. Yeah, it were really nice. I'll give it about 7 or 8. I didn't have everything, as you saw, but not bad. So many we were at Crow's Nest. You can see it's definitely colder, a lot colder, which is surprising seeing as we're approaching Africa. But I saw some brave soul walking around promenade deck 8, and he had a big coat on and his hood up and everything, and you could see it blowing against him, so there's a quiet wind out there. So as I say, I'm just gonna relax now for a little bit like I normally do, and I'll get back to you. Bye for now.
Right folks, as you can see, it's miserable out there. Yeah, quick update because for the first time on this cruise, I think it's day 10, the Crow's Nest bar has opened at 9 o'clock for coffees. I don't think you can get alcoholic drink, but certainly get a coffee, so I'm going to get myself a latte. So there you are. Right folks, here we are back in the cabin. You can see that the waves are now getting up a bit. I spent an hour or so sitting down in the Atrium, just watching some people do some line dancing. It was sort of like exercises, but dance exercises. Watched them for an hour. Went round to reception over my account, it not being updated, and they said there's a fault with system. That was it. No real information. It's a fault with system showing on holiday app and the television. So I asked them for a printout, which I got. And of course, everything that I'd spent between now and when it stopped working, it has gone on. So that's not a problem. Well, it is a problem that I'm going to have to pay it. But yeah, no. Anyway, that's sorted. So as you can see, as I say, the sea is rough. I'm back in my cabin. It's knocking on. Yeah, it's gone 11 o'clock. So yeah, they were quite pleasant. Sat out in the atrium, yeah, watching people go by. Obviously it'd have been nicer if I'd had somebody to chat to. You know, if my daughter had been there, it'd have been great. But unfortunately, she couldn't get the time off work, and my granddaughter, bless her, obviously couldn't afford it. But yes, so we'll have to make the best of it, as they say. But yeah, it's still enjoying myself, you know, pushing on. And I'll speak to you later. Bye for now. Right, folks, a few hours later, it's just gone 1. And I come up to the buffet and I've get some soup, and this is beef, ale and mushroom soup. So I'm going to tuck into this and I'll get back to you and I'll let you know what it was like. Right, that was it's very, very nice with that. The beef just melted in your mouth. It was gorgeous. Very tasty. So anyway, I'll just show you, I've been up and got a bit of a dinner, so I'll just show you what. You see, I've got 2 mini Cornish pasties, some fried peas and carrots and turkey gravy. So I'll tuck into this and let you know. Yes, wasn't bad. Although technically they shouldn't have been calling them Cornish pasties because A, they didn't have proper filling in them. There was no potato in there and there were no sweet in it. And of course, I doubt if they were made in Cornwall. So they weren't supposed to be calling them Cornish pasties, but they were okay. They were mincing them and I'm not sure, and I think a bit of onion. Yeah. So the peas and carrots were okay. The gravy was quite nice. Fries were okay. With the gravy on them, it kept them warm. So they were nice. Anyway, let me just show you what I've got for my pudding. As you can see, well, you can't see because I put a lot of sauce on it. But it is a marmalade sponge pudding topped with vanilla sauce. Not custard, but I would have preferred custard, but that's what they had on, vanilla sauce. Okay, so I'll tuck into this and I'll let you know what I like. Right,
if you like marmalade, and I say that because I know some people don't, you will like that cake, you'll enjoy it because it was tasty. Vanilla, I'm not too sure of the vanilla sauce. Don't really taste much vanilla in it, but it was okay, fine, it did its job. It was tasty enough. As I said at the start, I would have preferred custard, but that's what they had on, so that's what you have to go with. Okay, so I'm just going to chill now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but rest the afternoon. It's not a lot on. As I've said often in the past, don't really cater for solo travellers, you know, with the activities in the afternoon. But but we'll probably find something to do. If not, I'll just go back to the cabin and I'll lie down. Anyway, speak to you later. Newsflash, folks, there's a ship out there. And this time, I think you can see it. Yeah, it's brilliant. Mind you, we're not that far off Tenerife now, so I'm not surprised to capture one. Mind you, that said, we've doubled what we saw going to Barbados last October, November. Only saw one ship. This time we've seen two. Yeah, that's a bit of a news flash for you. Right, folks, it's a few hours later and the sea is getting rougher. There's something like 40-mile-an-hour winds and the 2 to 3 metre waves. You can just see them rolling in over there. And for those folk who don't know, when you see the whites at the top, that's where the wind is blowing against the water. You see, as I said, and you could tell that it's getting really choppy, because I can now feel the sway of the ship right down here on deck 4. So up on the higher decks it's going to be worse. But they have put the stabilisers out, I should say, the stabilisers out. And yeah, so that stops it rocking too much. But anyway, I'm going to go up to the buffet, I think, and get a bit of tea. Because, well, I'll go up and see what they've got, and if I don't like what's up there, then I'll come back down to deck 8 and go to the Quays. Because I want to watch the football. England's playing tonight, and you go to the restaurant, you could be in there a couple of hours. Okay, so I'll speak to you later. Right, folks, here I am back in the buffet. I tried the soup. It was roasted pumpkin. Oh, I didn't like it. It's the first soup I've had on P&O that I just didn't like at all. It was just sickly sweet. Anyway, so I've got myself a bit of a dinner here. I've got some mashed potato, roast beef, a baked potato, a Yorkshire pudding, and some egg fried rice, and a few peas and looks like green beans. Anyway, I'll tuck into this and let you know what it was like. Yeah, it was okay. Potatoes, the mash was not too bad. Couldn't understand why it were almost see-through with the mashed potato, but it tasted okay. I suspect it's the type of potatoes they use. Beef was nice, actually. Yeah, the beef was nice, and the vegetables were fine. Yeah, so it was overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Because Yorkshire were quite nice as well. Not as good as I make, Mark you, but quite nice. Right, here is the pudding I've gone for. This is a meringue tart of some kind, I forget what it said now. And that is an Eton mess. what's the name of the pudding? Eton Mess. Eton as in the school. You know, the famous school in London, Eton. Eton Mess. Yes, I'm going to tuck into this and I'll let you know what it's like. Yes, folks, those were very nice, very tasty. Yeah, still not sure what an Eton Mess is. It's some kind of mousse with a bit of a meringue on top. But it's nice, yeah. And the cake, the meringue cake was a bit like a lemon meringue, but that was really nice as well, really tasty. Okay, folks, so I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee, and I'm going to go down to my cabin, and I'm going to just relax and let's have a look. It's it's about an hour before kick-off for England game. I've checked and it is definitely on Sports 24 channel, so yes, so I'll speak to you later. Well, folks, that's it for today. A few hours time we'll be in Tenerife. Just finished watching England game. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. Yeah, satisfying, 3-0 win. So can't say more than that, other than why didn't they win 4-0? Yeah, well, there you go. So it's been a nice day. Not done a great deal, but you do it on these sea days. But yes, so we'll see you all in the morning when we're in Tenerife. I've got nothing booked for tomorrow, so I'll probably have a wander. Try to make it towards town centre. I'll see what happens. But I'll take you lot along with me. So yes, so it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Bye.